generation under the age of 30 is coming to realization that having a family and home will never be within the grasp of reality for them. A generation with no stake in the system would rather watch it burn.
I make decent money, but with rent and student loans, it's barely enough to stay afloat and very difficult to save. The cost of living is growing rapidly, and I spend all my time working. It makes it nearly impossible to give my girlfriend the attention she deserves. And she's always working too. We realized that we might not be able to afford to have a baby. I didn't imagine our lives like this. I'm not against hard work at all, but it doesn't pay off. Homeownership and having a baby seem like a distant dream. I'm in the same boat. My girlfriend and I have decent jobs, but we will likely never own a home. We're coming to terms that we may never have children despite us really wanting to after we get married. We're both old Gen Z at 28 years old.
So if you're someone who's like makes $60,000 a year, you don't qualify for any help, but you can't actually afford to get your child the services that they need.
Barely into 2025, and somehow this housing market has managed to get even worse. This home here that sold for $490,000 today sold for $285,000 just 5 years ago with no major upgrade.
Create an economy where my kids can have kids. How about this? Can my children, can they have a roughly approximate life that I have?
You can try to ignore it all you want, but this will not only affect your life, but your family's if you're able to afford one.
If people don't own things, they don't feel ownership of the country they're in, because people feel like they've got nothing to lose. When you have a lawn, trust me, you're thinking long term.
Your parents were living through a time where life was much more affordable, and the dream was actually real.